Hey guys, this is Chubbs, and today I'm going to try and show you how to create monster ambushes within Doom Builder. So what this is basically is the player start is here, and theoretically what will happen is the player will move up. There will be a room that contains monsters to the left or right or both of the player. What they'll do is they'll be alerted and they'll walk forwards, which will then trigger a teleport line, which will be in front of where they're at, and that will send them in about right here where a teleport destination will be. And the room that they'll be in will actually be masked by a middle texture and a wall that's lowered and a floor that's raised, so it creates a small gap that they can see through. So to see what I'm referring to, let's go ahead and add on the monster room. I'll make it a small room here that will contain, I'll just make a room on both sides, both which contain imps. So let's place an imp in here. There we go. Make sure he faces right. Let's place an imp in this one. Make sure he faces left. I'm going to even up these rooms. Let's see. There we go. Those should be okay. Then let's go ahead and press the right bracket key just a few times to lower the grid size, and go ahead and just create a small sector here and a small sector here, and then one in between. You'll see why I'm doing this here in just a second. I screwed up there. Here we go, middle one, complete, and do the same thing on this side. The width and height, the width and length of each one don't have to match up on each side, on each monster room, so you don't have to worry about matching them up perfect or anything like that. Just make sure that they're both have similar designs, because you're not going to see any of the rooms while you're playing the game anyways. So now that I have these created, as you'll see, here's the middle part, the gap that the monster will see through. These two sides are solid walls. You'll see why they're there in just a second. So what you'll want to do is go into line mode and adjust this so that the gap is small enough so that the imp's line of sight will go through it, but that he can't shoot through it or anything like that. So there we go. That should be okay, I suppose. I'm going to make it just a little bit bigger here, but it don't really matter. It should work. Do the same thing for this side. Just make sure it's wide enough for him to see through. There we go. That should be okay. So now that you have that, let's go ahead and create a teleport line that they will walk into. Put it just in front of where the imp is. So start creating a line. Drag it down and click once to connect it to a wall, and then it'll act like you're going to click again, but just right click and you have one line. So go into vertices mode, connect the little vertices point to the wall here, and just like the lift video, this is almost like a tripwire that the monster will go over. Do the same thing on this side. Both sides are pretty much mirror images of one another. Make sure that in this case on this side that you flip the peg so that the middle peg right here is facing over to the right. To do that, highlight the line and press the letter F. So now it faces to the right, which is the direction the imp will be coming from. This makes sure it's activated once the imp walks into it instead of when it walks backwards through it. So, and I can even do this if I need to. You can drag this, resize it. It don't matter. Like I said, you're not going to see the room while you're playing anyways. So now that we've done this, to see what we're doing here, let's go ahead and go into 3D mode. I'm going to increase the lighting so you can see what I'm talking about. Turn on things so you can see the imps. Now, right here for example, you can either raise this up to the ceiling or you can lower the ceiling down to the floor. Either way, it'll work either way. I'm going to raise it up in this case. Make sure you don't do it for the middle gap, and you'll see what I mean. So leave that gap there for now. Do the same thing on this side. There we go, raising it up. I know this part's boring, So there we go. Those should be okay. Give the front side textures and also give the inside thing textures here as well. The back sides you don't have to worry about because you're not going to be inside those rooms, so you're not going to really see those anyways. You can do it if you want to be detailed about things, but you don't have to. So there we go. But as you'll see, the gaps are pretty obvious right now. I mean, painfully obvious actually. So the best thing to do is raise the floor up here just high enough so that the imp can still see over it but can't shoot over it. About 40 height should be okay, I guess. And lower the ceiling down so that the imp can still see through the gap, but it doesn't completely block its vision. That should be okay. You may have to go in and do some adjusting if you play it and figure out it doesn't see through it, but this should be okay for now. So give this textures like that. Do the same thing on this side. Raise the floor up to about 40 like I did there, and then lower the ceiling down so that it creates a gap that the imp can see through. About like that. Give it textures, and even after this there's still gaps that you can see through fairly easily. So the first thing you can do is you can go in here and lower the brightness down to 0 like I just did here. Or an even better way is to go back into the editor, and for the gaps here, the middle gaps, give both of these, the front sides, give both front sides a middle texture that matches up with these. So because these are both ash wall, give the middle texture ash wall also, and that will actually cover the gap. So do it for this side just like I did there. Make sure the middle texture is ash wall. And now go back into 3D mode, and you should see this. As you can see, there's no gap anymore, and no gap anymore over here. So it's completely oblivious to the player at this point. There's no openings you can see. You'll never know it's coming. But when you go in here, there's an imp waiting for you there on the other side, and he can see through here, but you can't see through here. It works the same way on this side. So now that we have the teleport lines on both sides here, let's create the teleports. Now this is simple. I've already done a video on this actually, but place a teleport destination right here. You can place it anywhere you want to. Make it face downwards. Do the same thing on this side. And to make sure that each teleport works separately, place a square around the teleport destination. You'll see why here in just a second. Alright, now that I've done this, let's go to the left side line here. Give it a tag of 1. Give it an action of teleport. Give it W1 teleport monsters only, because this will only happen once since there's just one monster on each side. So when you highlight this, actually go to the left side teleport and give this sector a tag of 1 also. And when you highlight the line, as you can see, the teleport lights up. Do the same thing for the right side, except give the line a tag of 2. Do the same thing, give it teleport 1, W1 teleport, monsters only. And go into sector mode, and on this right side teleport sector, give it a sector tag of 2. So now when you highlight these lines, this one will correspond to the left side one. This one will correspond to the right side one, so that each imp will teleport to its respective place. So now let's play this map and let's see what happened.